What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we here with how the Nordic trucks stand out from the rest of Europe. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, I have checked out some trucking, I believe in Australia. I think there was another one. I think maybe it just been Australia, but I was talking about because my goal is in the future is to get in the trucking business, at least to hire truckers and drive and do all those different things, because I got a former coach of mine. He owns a trucking company and that's what he's doing. So I was like, man, once I get my money right and stuff, that's something I do want to invest in, trucking. So we finna check out these Nordic trucks and see how much they stand out from the rest. But before we get into that, y'all follow your boy Instagram, Twitter. I do have the Patreon if y'all like to check out some movie, TV show reactions over there. If you got some suggestions and stuff, you can send it my way, you know what I'm saying? But we hear how Nordic trucks stand out from the rest of Europe. That's already different.
If you have driven through one of the Nordic countries like Denmark, Sweden, Finland, or Norway, you may have noticed some of the unique trucks you will come across. The trucks in these countries stand out quite a bit from the rest of Europe with their unique decorations,
Scania.
colors, and equipment, where each haulier has a unique look on their trucks,
That ain't nice.
and where trucks are rebuilt and painted beyond recognition.
I ain't gonna lie, they trucks looking like Transformers.
Unique look on their trucks, and where trucks are rebuilt and painted beyond recognition.
That's nice. Oh my goodness.
But why make so much out of a truck that might have to be replaced 5 to 7 years later? That and much more, you will get the answer to in this video.
Dang, I wish I can drive one though. I be thinking
In
back
the Nordic
in my
countries,
CDL.
there are a lot of small and medium-sized hauliers with 1 to 10 trucks in their fleet. Many are one-man truckers who own their own truck, or where they have 2 to 4 trucks but also drive themselves.
Nice. That's a nice one right there.
The hauliers spend
Sweden,
endless
I
hours
see.
in their trucks, and many sleep in them. It is practically both their office and home for a large part of the week. Therefore,
That's
the
true.
exterior and equipment mean a lot to this type of trucker. They want their truck to stand out, look
That
good.
is an interesting build right there. I'm sure y'all seen. I guess I really can't. I mean, of course, I can only compare it to what I've seen here in the States. Not too much of everywhere else, but just with the front alone, ours it kind of stick out a little bit more. And this is just, I feel like this look like it's probably a little bit more easy to maneuver around, on the streets, on those turns, maybe some sharp turns and
mean a
stuff.
lot to this type of trucker. They want their truck to stand out, look good, and have all the equipment that can be added, such as the large 750 and 770 horsepower engines Volvo and Scania can deliver.
Scania.
Also, the fact that they have to drive the truck themselves makes them willing to spend more money and to do something extra out of their truck. Where in the big companies, there is a purchasing manager who cares more about the purchase price of the truck
That's true.
rather than how it looks. Trucking is a lifestyle. In the Nordic countries,
See, this is why I feel like these are not options. These are not options that we get in school. Like, I feel like when I was in school, they always just push college, and there were so many other things that we could do right out of high school to make a living. But I feel like they kept pushing college, and the price that you pay for college, you could have got your own truck and made that money back probably within a month. That
trucking
fast.
is
Like,
a
you can make something
lifestyle.
that fast if you know how
in
to
the Nordic
book
countries,
and stuff.
trucking is a lifestyle, and which brand you drive and how many horsepower it has
These are
is
nice,
of great
though.
importance. The trucks are rebuilt with side skirts, door panels, LED lights and lamps, chrome hangers, bull bars, hydraulic system,
lit.
and much more. In addition, they paint their trucks in unique colors that represent their company and that you can easily recognize when you
up.
drive past them on the Nordic highways. The truck brands Volvo and Scania are dominating here and have a huge market
Dang.
share. It also has something to do with the fact that they are both produced in Sweden, of course.
Nice,
But
nice.
also
Of
because
course,
they
of
offer
course.
some unique features that are adapted to the Nordic market, such as tandem lift, single-mounted boogie lift, 4-axle chassis on full air suspension, the largest engines, and many other factory options which make them incredibly versatile for the many different tasks trucks perform in the Nordic countries.
And especially since there's a lot more snow down there. When we get snow, I mean, the truckers, they're used to it because here in the States, in Texas, say for instance, we don't get that much snow, but they're probably driving to like Utah, Colorado. They drive into these places with a lot of snow. So, but one thing I can say with these trucks, I like the colors. I like the patterns they got on, because some of ours, you'll find a couple of trucks and they just stand out. But most of them, they're just solid colors. You know what I'm saying?
There are also lots of truck shows
like
in
that.
Sweden,
Look at that.
Finland,
That's
Norway,
dope.
and Denmark, where hundreds of truckers come to show off their trucks and where prizes are awarded to the best looking and most unique.
Nice.
Their unique truck rules. The rules in the Nordic countries are very different. There are different rules for weight, width, and lengths depending on the total number of axles on the truck and trailer semi-trailer. In general, the rules in most countries in the EU are a total length of 18.75 meters and 40 or 44 tons. But in the Nordic, other special rules apply.
Yeah. See, hey, you go like Australia, I seen a cart, it had about 10 of them cart things on it. It was like 100, 200 some wheels on it.
As you can see, in Sweden, 64 tons and 24 meters is allowed, but 74 tons and 25 on some roads. And in Finland, 76 tons is allowed. They are also doing test routes in Finland with up to 94 tons total gross weight and up to 31.5 meters in length.
Wow.
They therefore have considerably longer and heavier vehicles than the rest of Europe, which is why these large engines with over 700 horsepower are also chosen, as it takes a lot of effort to pull so many tons. Not only do they drive with higher weights, but both Finland and Sweden have very varied landscapes, with steep climbs in the terrain compared to the rest of Europe. How the Nordic trucks are specified. Because there are such unique rules in these countries, you also see some special trucks that are adapted to the rules that are allowed. You therefore see quite a lot of 3- and 4-axle trucks with both rotatable and liftable trailing axles, which make it possible.
What's that little thing on the back right there? Is that to get the stuff off?
4-axle trucks with both.
That's great. That's a unique truck right there. It even got where you can, I'm guessing right there in the middle, in the center there, you can get in there and probably just use what little lift fork. That's not a fork, but I don't even know what it's called. I ain't never did that much manufacturing in my life. But use that little thing to get the logs off and stuff, the trees. That's interesting.
Rotatable and liftable trailing axles.
Yeah, these are different.
Which make it possible to shift the weight of the cargo to the pulling axles if snow or ice makes the road grip slippery. Over 70% of trucks in the Nordic countries are Scania or Volvos, typically with between 600 and 770 horsepower. There are also a lot of special-built trucks equipped with cranes, hook lift, and other specially adapted trucks.
Cranes and hook lifts, that's what they are.
Lack of truck drivers. In Europe, up to 425,000 truck driver positions remain unfilled in 2021, and is
Hold up! Let me get my CDL and go to Europe.
25,000 truck driver positions remain unfilled in 2021, and is expected to reach up to 600,000 in 2022.
Did nobody don't want to drive?
The demand for good and stable truck drivers. Therefore, there are many of the Nordic hauliers who really make something out of their trucks and equip them with all the extra equipment you can choose and the biggest engines in order to attract the best and most skilled drivers.
That's surprising, though.
When the truck driver has to choose where they want to work, things like salary, working conditions, meeting times, etc. naturally come into play. But which truck they're going to drive, what equipment and engine it has, and how it looks are also of great importance to many, since a truck driver spends an incredible number of hours in the truck. You therefore have the opportunity to attract some of the best drivers if you make a little more out of your trucks and choose a lot of extra equipment in these countries.
Now this truck, I would definitely say sign me up right here, because this is nice. But I mean, I done see, like you said, most drivers, they basically live out of this thing, out of their trucks and stuff. Cause I done seen people cook, sleep. They had to make pit stop to go shower or something. You know what I'm saying? So
the trucks in the Nordic countries are some of the most unique and modified trucks you will come across.
These are different.
We hope you learned something new about the trucks in the Nordic countries and enjoyed the video.
Yeah, this was good.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for much more.
There it is, an Australia road train. Them things are big. They're huge. But now that's surprising. That is surprising that there's a lack of truck drivers out there. Because I thought it was oversaturated here, at least here in the States. I thought it was oversaturated, but I might be wrong as well. Because I thought a lot of people were getting their license and stuff. You know, when you have business, TikTok business, YouTube, and all that stuff, say, you know, get your CDL. But I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people. I would definitely wouldn't mind driving in Europe. Just because, like, look at these trucks. They look way better than ours for sure. And like, I mean, it'll just be different. I mean, it will just be different. I'm sure the pay, like, what's the pay? That's what I need to be looking at. What's the pay that almost is going to be 600,000 drivers that are needed? You know, but all in all, this was good. These truck shows, I need to check one out. I need to check these truck shows out, see what all they had to offer. Scania, Volvo got the best stuff out here. They do. But that's all I have for this video, guys. As I mentioned, y'all follow your boy on Instagram, Twitter. Got the Patreon if you would like to support your boy as well. But that's all I have. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.